Hello folks, my name's David, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm talking to you after Rangers' 6-1 victory over Ayr Utd in the Scottish Cup today at Somerset Park. When I got to Somerset Park and got my tickets, and thank you to Mary for providing them to me and Hoggy, my fellow podcaster. We were given the old man tickets and put up in the stand rather than go and stand with the young crew on the open terracing, and I must admit that's the first time I've been to Somerset Park and not been out on the terrace and wandering about. And at first I was like, oh man, I wish we were over there. And then it started to snow, and then it didn't stop snowing, and then I was quite happy that we were up in the stand, quite frankly. It was a blizzard out there. The game itself, well, Rangers started really badly. There's a shock. That's a phrase we've used a few times this season. But gave away a comedy goal. Absolute horror show for Wes Foderingham. David Bates, I think, has got to... I know what he's trying. He's trying to play it back to the keeper, not waste possession. But that weather, that pitch, which... Somerset's usually not a bad pitch, but, I mean, obviously the weather the last 2 weeks has just destroyed it. And David Bates has tried to play it back to the keeper. Wes has been a bit too casual, and then a couple of bad touches later, the ball's in the back of the net because he's diverted it towards his own goal, and the Ayr United player runs and makes the block, and in it goes. And at that point, I'm sitting going, but Rangers come back into it, and I thought Sean Goss was fantastic for us today overall, but especially in terms of the way he kept driving us forward through his passing. And it maybe would have been a wee bit different if it had been, say, maybe a Jason Holt trying it, because he drives you on through his energy, whereas Goss just calmly kept bringing us forward, kept pushing us forward, and we got back into the match and really began to dominate from about 20 minutes, and there was only one team in it. But we have hit the bar, we have missed a couple of other decent chances, and then Alfredo Morelos contrives to hit the miss of the season. Now, I haven't seen it back yet, I'm just in from the game, but good lord, that was one hell of a miss. I mean, he was under the post. I've heard people say it hit a divot. It had to be the gopher from Caddyshack, frankly, to knock it over from that distance. It was a very bad miss, but credit to him, because a minute or so later, or if you felt like that anyway, Sean Goss hits a great shot from outside the box. It comes thumping off the bar, and even in that split second I thought, oh my god, this is not our day, because we've hit the bar again. But Alfredo Morelos reacts very quickly, and a great first time finish, and hammers the ball into the box, and into the goal. And at that point, I calmed down a wee bit. I think we all did in the away end. And Rangers' second half, after it looked touch and go, and I thought if it's going to be abandoned, it's going to be abandoned at one each. And at half time, I thought it was kind of touch and go, but the game kicked off. It was very, very heavy, and after that, Rangers just put the foot in the throat and never stopped. Went 2-1 up with a great goal from Jason Cummings. After a ball from my man in the match, Sean Goss, Jason Cummings goes in, puts it away. He's going to score plenty for us. We've said it before. I thought him and Morelos linked up well today, as evidenced by Alfredo's second, when it was a nice move. Right, that was the best goal, I think, in terms of a team move. It was a lovely move, and the ball's been brought back from Jason Cummings across the box, and then comes Alfredo Morelos for the tap-in after a 1-2. That's the kind of thing you get when you've got twin strikers. That's the kind of thing you get when they're firing on all cylinders and playing well together. So credit for Alfie for not letting his head go down after that miss, because it was a shocker. But he has just pulled himself together, and he's got 2 goals. Josh Windass popped up with 2 goals, one a cam finish, a ball breaking in the box, the other a header. Not something you see all the time from him, so well done to him. And better celebrations, Josh. Let's just put last week's behind us. Let's never see a situation again where you score a goal and somehow make your relationship with the fans worse. That was excellent to see. And again, typical Josh performance. Sometimes he's not in the game, and then other times he's fantastic, gets his 2 goals, puts some terrific balls across. Thought in the second half, we played the diamond in the first half with Docherty on the right, and I don't think it worked particularly well. Second half, Docherty tucked in a little bit, Josh Windass went right, and then suddenly Tav had someone out there, and also Greg Docherty's runs bursting forward were excellent. And, as I say, Rangers on easy street at this stage. But then the goal to top it off, Jamie Murphy, great run, individual run, shot into the bottom corner, and boom, and the happiest man in the world, the happiest man in the stadium, Jamie Murphy, after scoring that goal. It was fantastic. So it turned out to be an excellent win for Rangers, and I'm absolutely delighted. It's one of those days, I was glad I was there. I was bloody glad I was in the stand. but it was a really, really good performance from Rangers. I actually thought that the maturity the team showed was excellent today. They were very calm, even after going a goal down, even after going a goal down to a disaster, and even after a couple of, we've hit the bar, we've missed a sitter. At that stage, you can, but we didn't. And I just think it's a good Rangers side, and in those conditions to be able to play the football we did. Second half, Rangers passed and played football and played attacking, direct football. It wasn't easy to do that, but yet we did it, and I think they deserve credit for it. And as I say, I knock them on here when I think that they've under-delivered. I don't think they did today. I think they did everything they could and more. And I was glad that they went on and got more goals when the opportunity there. It was cold today. It was wet, and they gave all us travelling fans, although admittedly I'm from Ayrshire, I don't travel that far. They gave all us travelling fans a reason to be there, and a big thumbs up to the flag we saw from the Nairn Chosen Few Rangers Supporters Club. That is a trek on a Sunday afternoon, so well done to all of them. So next round of the Cup, great. All that matters, of course, in the Cup is getting through to the next round. We want to have a right good crack at this Cup now. Away ties seem to be better for us because our Ibrox form hasn't been much cop, so maybe I'm hoping for an away tie for once. I can't see it happening after 2 away draws. I mean, no wonder Stuart Regan had to resign. 2 away draws for Rangers, come on. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just glad to be in the next round of the Cup and looking forward to the next one, looking forward to the next match, which is always a nice feeling. If you like anything I say on here, you can come and listen to more of it on Heart and Hand the Rangers podcast, which comes out Monday and Thursdays on all the usual places you get your podcast. But if you want even more, we've got lots and lots of new shows on our subscription site, of which there's at least 2 shows, usually 3 every day, some dealing with the current side and talking like we do just now, some dealing with historical side, some dealing with famous matches from the past, famous players, loads and loads of different content there. If that's something that sounds interesting, please go and check it out. It's www.patreon.com, patreon.com/Heart and Hand. And I think that's everything from me. Have a great Sunday evening, and I will talk to you again after the next match. Cheers, bye.